Greetings fellow gaming fans, this is Small Archangel. Welcome back to my corner of the Ark, aka Hidden Valley. Although I very nearly wasn't playing today, we have finally got our Redwood update. We can see our frozen biome has come very close to where we are on the map there, so that's reflected on the map. The Redwood biome is now occupying the kind of island somewhere around lat 60, long 40, 50. The centre of the map, in other words, so that's kind of exciting, and we will be going to do some exploration later on. But for this update, yeah, first things first, which is that there were some slight issues, it has to be said, with this update. When the update first dropped, which was today, I tried to log in, and yeah, I experienced, as many people did, I think, a freeze after about 60 seconds issue. But one thing I can say for the devs is, yes, we get very regular updates, but they do seem to monitor what people are saying about those updates as well, and when something goes wrong, they tend to fix it, because I was actually looking into it on the forums when literally, you know, a dev comment came up saying, I've just posted a fix, update and see if that works, and indeed it did, so that's really good. A side effect probably of this update at the moment is that we're a bit light on the old dinos at the moment, because I think they were all removed and then they're kind of gradually kind of spawning back in again. So we've got a few beavers around here, and there's a parrot over there, but when I first came back at the game there was nothing. It was quite scary, really. I thought it's like Silent Planet or something. Something else that was really quite unnerving, actually, was that all of the trees and rocks and things that I'd cleared had spawned right back in again, which meant that there was a big rock clipping straight through my wolves and my sabres. There was an enormous tree sticking out through the top of that stable as well, and then there was another rock obliterating my flyers there, so I had to get rid of all of those, and thank goodness my creatures were actually absolutely fine on the inside of those rocks, which is a mercy. So we're all back to the way things were now, except maybe with some improvements. I think this tree might look a little bit different, and the game does seem to have been optimized. I'm getting sort of less lag and things. My GPU is getting more and more potato-like with every passing day. I am in the market for a new one, but yeah, I seem to get better FPS now. I haven't changed anything in the settings, so optimization seems to be working, certainly from what I can see anyway. Okay, enough with the lengthy intro, but these things have got to be said, as I say. In future, possibly next episode, we will be going to explore the new bits of the world. So we've got a bit of extended frozen biome right next door now, which is going to be good from a point of view of going to gather resources, I hope. And then the redwood biome as well. Oh, and of course there's a titanosaur now in the game, so I'm sort of biting my fingernails slightly on that one and hoping it doesn't come to pay me a visit here. I have absolutely no idea where you can find them. Apparently there's only ever going to be as many as 3 on one server. Quite frankly, there wouldn't be room for any more than that, I wouldn't think. Alright, so the first thing I want to do in this episode, and this is not something I had particularly planned for, but the first thing I want to do is actually go and check out something that has spawned on our doorstep. And I wasn't talking about that beaver dam there. There's been a couple of people saying that the beaver dams aren't working quite how they're supposed to since this update dropped, but I'm not sure about that. I haven't actually looked. There's lots of them around, and once you've removed one of them, hello, fish out of water. Oh, you can swim on the beach. That's nice. Yeah, I did actually manage to get one of them to disappear by, you know, fully sort of harvesting everything out of it, and another one just appeared elsewhere, so I assume that, you know, it was working at that point. Now what we're heading for is, and this is right by where the drop lands, so I don't know if the drop is still going to come here or if it will land in these ruins, but this is one of the things that's recently been added with this patch, is these ruins, and they look pretty cool. And I have to say, I love the idea of having some ruins on my doorstep that I can see. I'm hoping, I mean, obviously ruins have not spawned in my base, for which I am eternally grateful. That could have happened, but it didn't. But look at this. This is ace, and these look so nice from my base. There's a beaver dam in the middle of them, which is kind of weird. But look at this. It's great. It's like some previous player built a base here and it's fallen to ruins. And these are all over the world now, apparently. So I don't know if there's going to be anything lootable in them or anything that worthwhile checking out. But they look pretty cool. That whole sort of notion of a previous civilization. A little bit kind of Inca or Mayan or something. Look at these sort of, I don't know if that's windows or some sort of design on the wall. Pretty funky. And then there's a beaver dam. And yeah, I'm not sure if they're anything other than just eye candy. Maybe there'll be something a bit more to them in future. But they're looking pretty good now. I'm very tempted to raid that dam, but every time I do, I get owned by a beaver. Okay. First time it was my own fault. So there we go. That's nice. So they're appearing all over the world. I don't know if some of them are going to have some sort of loot in them, or whether they'll appear where drops appear, or I have no clue. So okay, there's no beavers around. Let's just do this. There ain't much in there anyway, right? Let's just take all and then run, because I'm sure a beaver will magically realise that, because that's a fairly silly place for one of these dams to be in anyway. So back to base with us, because if you saw the last episode, you'll know that we've got plenty of things to be focusing on today, and stealing from beavers isn't one of them. So we'll shut the beaver gate. Not sure we really need the gates too much at the moment, because there's so few threats. That said, there's an angry beaver down there, I'm pretty sure of it. Alright, I've got my forge running here, as per. Let's see what we got on here. We've got 140 ingots. This is good. I'll probably find that I can put in that metal we had to take out in the last episode as well now, because we just couldn't fit it all in here. We're making gasoline. We're going to take that gasoline out, and then we'll definitely be able to put this metal in there as well. There, that's better. Okay, so we're still making gasoline and we're still making metal ingots there. And the reason for that is this sucker here. Now, I did say in the last episode we were going to perhaps make some sort of industrial unit somewhere, just so that we can craft some more of the sort of high-end technical items, like, for example, aircon units, things like that. Aircon units, perhaps not a holoscope attachment. Metal tree platform, okay, stands to reason. Vault. Now, Seb the gamer tells me that vaults are really worth having because they've got tons and tons of storage slots. Maybe. I mean, we've got the large storage box thing. Maybe we should have one of those, and we should learn that also, but it's not my major priority at the moment. So okay, so we're going to have a bit of a craftathon today and see if we can get ourselves electric. So what stopped us last episode, just in case anybody missed the last episode, we did craft ourselves, we didn't make the fabricator, but we did make this generator here. So I've got this generator here, and what I want to do is hook that up today. And we've got an industrial grill in our kitchen now, which is nice, but I want a fridge. For that, we're going to need electricity. And for electricity, we're going to need to make a few things. Now, first of all, we're going to need to make some of the components. We're going to need to make polymer, and we're going to need to make electronics themselves. We've got 2 electronics, which was all we could make before. We needed silica pearls, and we needed obsidian, and as you can see, we've got 153 obsidian, and we've got 253 silica pearls. So I don't know how many of these things we're going to be able to make with that, but certainly we need to make quite a bit of polymer. How much polymer are we going to be able to make? Well, we're going to have to turn that on to find out, aren't we? Craft all 76. Okay. Not quite as many as I was hoping to be able to make, but there you go. And electronics, craft all 84. Okay. We're probably not going to need that many electronics. How many did I want to make? I wanted to make about craft 45. Now, we better place some more metal ingots in there. If I can just about move. Because that might actually affect how much polymer we can make. No, it's cementing paste we need, and obsidian. So we're probably going to run out of obsidian before we actually get enough polymer to make everything that we want. There's various things that we want to make, so let's have a look at those. I think prioritizing what we want to do is make ourselves an electrical outlet and cable to attach to our generator, and then what I really want is a fridge. Now, I quite like to be able to make some lamp posts as well for outside our base, but we'll do that if we've got what we need. But the fridge is very definitely coming first, because that goes hand in glove with our industrial grill. This is probably going to take a little while, isn't it? Join me again when this is finished fabricating. Okay, there we go. I actually turned it off because it was going to make as many electronics as we had silica pearls, but we have other uses for silica pearls also. So we've got 41 electronics and we've got 76 polymer. So prioritizing what we want to make here, I would say we've got misc, and we learned the engram for the canteen. Now, a canteen is going to be good because it is lighter than a water jar. And does it hold more? I'm not absolutely sure. Let's see. A sizable amount of water, reasonably lightweight. So this is a lot of water, but also a bit heavy. So actually, the canteen might not carry as much water. But okay, let's just craft that. I only want to make one of them, so we can try that as opposed to a jar. Besides which, I need my jars for beer these days. Armor. Now, I wanted to prioritize the miner's helmet because we're running out of obsidian again, and one thing is for sure, this is going to come in so handy for getting some more of that, whichever cave we decide to go down. So we're crafting that. And then, of course, yeah, I really, really want my fridge. So my fridge is not going to run without one of these. We don't need a generator. We already have one. I think we're only going to need one of those. And then we're going to need cable. Now, I don't know how long a cable is, so we might have to make another one of those. But at this point, we'll just stick with one. And then we need our fridge. And electronics owned, we need 10, and we only have 8. Okay, well, that's not a biggie. We just need to make 2 more electronics, wherever the heck they are. Oh, they're in components. Here we go. Craft 2. There we go. And then we should be able to make our fridge. And yeah, we're going to need some more electronics for lampposts if we want to make some of those. But I'm going to stick with what we've got for the moment. And if we've got enough, look at that, 1 obsidian left. Wow, we certainly burned through all of that. If we've got enough left, then we will use, we will make some lights. Okay, let's see, refrigerator, is that going to be really heavy and weigh me down? No, it's okay actually. So we'll take all this stuff. We've got a miner's helmet. That probably is going to be pretty hefty, so we probably don't want to wear it all the time. We'll just need to remember to take it with us when we go mining. And there we go. Okay. Let's go to our generator. Now, as I said before, folks, this is a first for me. I'm just going to pick up these eggs. I do love my dodo eggs. Come on. There we go. I say fridge, I do not have a fridge. I have a preserving bin with lots of eggs in, including dodo eggs. I don't go eating them all. But also argent eggs, raptor eggs, a couple of parasaur eggs probably still, although perhaps not here. Okay, so how do we do this? How do we do this? Do we attach the cable? Do I have to attach the outlet first and then the cable? Let's just switch those over. I don't honestly know. Let's just see. 7. Can't place electrical cable straight, is obstructed. We might need some bent bits of electrical cable. I don't seem to be able to place it at all. At least I can't see. Oh, it goes along the ground. Ah, yes. Okay, so it's like that. So we're going to need one coming out of there, and then we need another bit that's going to go down the back there. At least we hope so. Okay, so I think we're probably going to have to place some more cables first. We're going to need to learn the engrams for those too. I didn't think... Okay, we can get rid of that. I wasn't entirely sure how this was going to work. So let's just put in here cable. Incline cable. We might not need that one. Vertical intersection. Okay, so we might, yeah, I think we're probably going to just need that. So let's do that, and let's then make cable intersection. Composition. No. Structures, electrical. There we go. Let's make one of those only. And then we're probably going to need another couple of those if they're only short. Okay. Okay, and we'll turn that off for the minute, not waste any gas. I have gas. Okay, we have gas. That's not what I mean. I keep doing that. Let me put that gas in there as well. Okay. Right, let's see if we can do this now. So, we need to use this first, I think. How big is it? Oh, blimey. There. It goes to there, does it? Or does it... No, that's sticking out from the side or something weird. Okay, I think maybe we need to do that. Oh, that's not what I meant. Like so. Okay, it's powering that rock, apparently. Or it will be when we turn it on. And then we're going to need to place our cables. Now, 7. We're probably going to need a vertical bit at the end, aren't we? So let's place that like that. And I do hope this works. Okay, and our fridge is... Our fridge is sort of way over here, actually. So, yeah, we're going to need a fair few more bits of that. I'm not quite sure how many. Where's it reached to? Here. And we're probably going to need a vertical cable as well. So, we're going to go and craft some more bits. This is kind of exciting, but if it doesn't work out, I'm going to be kicking myself. Well, we have 3 more now. So, let's see how far that gets us. And 1 more. Okay, just about see it in the grass here. There it is. And I understand that, let's see, that's going to be 1 foundation here, 2 foundations here, and there it is. So I think that's probably going to be close enough, actually, because I think they have to be within about 2 foundations or something along those lines. So I'm not sure if our outlet has to be on the wall. Let's just see. It automatically places there, but whether that will actually power devices inside the house, I'm not sure. Okay, yep, let's use the inclined cable. There we go, and let's see if we can place our outlet on that. It's pretty good, actually. That's pretty close to the wall, and we can put cable going out the outside of that too. Hold for options, demolish. No, we don't want to demolish it, do we? Okay, so hopefully if we place a fridge, that looks slightly weird, but we don't have to worry about it too much. It's going to be pretty much exactly where we want it to be as well. Hopefully that's going to power our fridge when we place it. If not, I'm going to be, as I say, a little bit annoyed. Let's go in here and try it out. So, first of all, I've got this thing here, and we're really going to have to... We're actually going to have to empty that out. Yeah, we're now encumbered. I'll bet we are. And we're actually going to have to demolish that too. And we're so encumbered we can't actually move, which is not very helpful at all. Let's see if we can place the fridge in front of ourselves, because we can't flip and move. Let's place that, and then we still can't move. Okay, let's put this in here. So we've got trike egg, parasaur egg, argentavis egg, we've got 30 cooked meat, we've got meat jerky, we've got that, we've got oil, we've got raptor egg as well, we've got all that. Nope. I want to pick up that. No. And that. There we go. And we've got... What is this? What is this? Oh, that's a wire. I think that must be a wire automatically coming through from our power outlet. That's interesting. Okay. Great. So, we don't have any such thing at the moment as... let's just see. I've got way too many of these, haven't I? Let's just take at least half of those. Oh, actually, no, I'll have 3 or 4 back, thank you. But the rest could go in there. And then we need oil in there as well, just because... Can I put oil in? Oh, no. I need a preserving bin for that. So if we want to preserve any meat, cooked meat, we're going to have a preserving bin for the purpose, which is why... Excuse the primitive touch. I wanted to save as much space as possible here because we're still going to need a preserving bin really, because I need to be able to use that for making jerky. So we're going to have to go get a preserving bin and place that in there so that we can still make jerky. And I think I have a preserving bin stored up somewhere. Here we go, magic. And I've got some spark powder. Let's just see if we can make that into hundreds. Should kind of hide that wire as well. There we go. Magic. And we'll place our spark powder in there, plus our oil. And then I will get my 30 meat, and we will add to that, of course, now that we've got our industrial grill as well. We will add to that. And there we go. And now that is unpowered at the moment, of course, because we have yet to have the big switching on ceremony. So we should do that now. I'll just have to check how much gas it's actually got in it, the generator. It has, yeah, that'll be fine. I don't know how quickly it's going to burn through it. And now let's have a look at our cable. It's yellow. Okay, so we're obviously, with this intersection, we're going to be able, hopefully, to place more cable on here and then to set up some lights. So I might do that as well. Wow, look at that. That is scary looking. Look at it. It's sparking in a really freaky and scary kind of way. I kind of want to keep away from that, just in case. It looks kind of dangerous. Okay, so... our generator's all lit up now, so we can see it's working, and apparently it doesn't make any difference to the burn rate of the fuel at this point, at least, how many things you've got attached to it. So we could probably set up a couple of lighting rigs with impunity without having to worry too much about that. Again, we're going to have to, I think we're going to have cables attached to them, or maybe we don't if they're fairly nearby. So let's try setting up one at least and see what happens with that. Okay, so electric. We need one of these. We need more electronics by about 2. So let's just make 2 of those. And then we'll make ourselves a lamppost. I don't know how powerful these are, so I'm only just going to make the 1 for the moment. Here we go. And this says requires electricity, lights an area without adding too much heat, which is probably a good thing. Because this is quite a warm area. I tend to overheat rather than feel the cold. Okay, so we'll place our first light, I think, over here. And that should shed some light on our... Oh, look, that's really tiny, actually. I was thinking it was going to be absolutely huge, but perhaps not. We'll place our first light here, maybe. Next to the gate. Might be a good place for it. And also, it's relatively close to the generator. I don't know if that really is going to make much odds, or maybe we should have our lights kind of next to our I don't know. Indecision. Probably going to end up with quite a few of these, in point of fact, these lighting rigs. There we go. Now, do I have to set pin code unpowered? Yeah, okay, so we are going to have to put a cable to that. I've got a cable here, but only just the one. Do I have to put that from an outlet to go to that. I probably do. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Now that seems to be plugged in now. Whoa, there we go. Brilliant. So actually that wire stretches really quite a long way. And we've got an outlet, another outlet sparking away on our wall there. And we could probably, you know, get some more things running from this generator as well if we really tried. Like, I'd like to have a light similarly on the... Wow, that is quite bright, actually. I can turn it off during the day. There we go. And we could probably have, I'd like to have another one of those right on the other side of the house in a similar position, but maybe just here next to our compost bin and our greenhouse and everything. I'm not sure if I can make one of those now, but if I can, maybe it will actually be close enough to our existing. Oh no, we got a Bronto in here. Or is that a Bronto? Is it something else? That's something else. That's not a Bronto. I'm not quite sure what that is, but it worries me slightly. I'm going to have to look up what that is. It's got something running around after it. Is it Diplodocus, maybe? I don't know. It doesn't look like a... It doesn't really look like it looks like a vegetarian. It looks like a herbivore to me, but it also looks like a mass tree destroyer, so I might have to go out with my massed rags forces and destroy that. But for now, let's finish the job we started. We would like another one of these lights, but we're going to need 2 electronics for that. So let's just do this. Make 1, 2 more of those, and then 1 more electric light. It might not be close enough is the only thing. It might not be near enough to our outlet, because our outlet's there actually, so that's not too bad. If I place the... Let's just see. We've got some cables spare here, which we'll have to put away. Let's see if we can place this here, and if it will light things up for us. I'd like it sort of nearer to the house, I guess, kind of like here, but I'm really not sure if that's going to work. There we go. And that is not powered, so it must be too far away from here. I'm not sure if putting a cable out the other side of that outlet is going to make any difference, except that then maybe we could place another outlet, and maybe that would be... So that is probably the thing to do actually, is to place these cables. Ha! They're gonna go. That's gonna go straight from my window, which I'm not too happy about. It's not a major deal, but I might make a cable that slants downwards for there. Another inclined cable might be the way to go with that. And then we're going to need another outlet anyway, I think, to make that light work. Okay, let's place this. Now the danger here is that that will go through the floor, and it will then tell me that my cable is obstructed and won't... Will it go up? It does go up, but then I'm going to have it sticking out as well, so I'm equally not particularly happy with that. But if I place that down there and then it refuses to place my cable through the ground, which it probably will, I will be quite annoyed. So I'm not sure what to do for best there. They're not particularly expensive to make, so yeah, I guess that is saying exactly what I thought it would say. Let's see if we could place this outlet on there. Probably not, because it probably says, yeah, can't place structure here, so that's very annoying. It will place it there, but it will not place it down there. And I think this one, yeah, all that will do is go straight across, and it goes straight across my windows, which I'm not best pleased with. I'd rather it went along the ground, but I'm not sure there's very much you can do about that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave that for this episode, and I am going to, yeah, I wonder if a straight cable would go. No, probably not, because that's where it clipped through the ground, wasn't it? So I'm not sure what to do best about that. For the moment, I think I'm going to leave it, but I would like another outlet here, so that is a usable light just over there as well. And also, you know, we're going to, well, as I say, we're starting to sort of make a network of outlets here. So that one there, not ever so useful. I don't think we can place that sort of halfway along it or anything. It has to be a junction box. It's right at the ends. So yeah, we might have to just take this cable out and put up with it being sort of higher down or lower down, or I might have to take out all of this and sort of, I don't know, run a junction box up at the top there instead of down here, make an inclined cable going straight up there, and then run a wire along and place the junction box at the outlet at the end perhaps. In any case, by the next episode I will see if I can get this light here working as well, and then at least we've got 2 electric lights to the place. We're probably going to have to place another generator somewhere else as well, like over here perhaps, maybe, so we can put more lights around the place. I really could do with lights out the back of here. At the moment, the lights that you place on the outside of buildings will light inside the buildings as well, which is why I'm keen to place them. We don't have any lights really suitable for inside. Those lights, even the smaller ones, are just way too bright, as we saw, and would just be blinding. So one assumes that we'll get smaller lights for suitable for indoor use eventually. Yeah, so the last thing that I'm going to do this episode then, the last thing that I want to do is, and I'm sorry guys, but for this I'm going to have to borrow some meat here. I'm going to get an entire stack of meat, or maybe even 2. There we go, and we're going to shove that in our industrial grill and cook it all up at the same time. It can do even more meat than that, but of course we're not running an entire tribe here. So, oops, that's spoiling already. Let's shove that in there, and I have no idea how quickly it actually will cook as well. But look at all that. We could cook really an awful lot of meat there all at the same time. And then, of course, we'll bung it in here to make some more jerky. And I've got oil kicking about the place as well, which we can make more jerky with as well. So there we go. We've got 12 done already. This is nice. So this is going to be a much more efficient way of cooking our meat. And for that reason, yeah, we got rid of our little primitive camping fire. And now we're cooking with gas, or gasoline at any rate. There we have it. We have 1 powered fridge. We have a preserving bin just for making our jerky with, but that means that we can put really quite a lot of jerky in there. And then we have 1 actual fridge, which we can put all our dino eggs in, and anything else. I've got jerky in there as well. That's probably going to be a good idea to take jerky with us to use as food in the field, as it were. I've also got a canteen and a spyglass, so that's pretty good. I will use that once I've used the water in the water jar, because I don't even need to put water in our beer barrel. At the moment, that is fully supplied with water as well. So yeah, we're doing good here. Everything's, oops, I just ran up that. Everything is starting to look better. There we go. Now what we have to hope is that I can really get on top of this whole kind of electricity cable bit. I'm getting the hang of it. I got the hang of watering and irrigating things, and we'll get there with this as well. So by the next episode, guys, I hope to have got this little situation sorted out, and then we can go and explore our new environment, our new frozen biome, which is over, well, it's to our east. It's kind of that way over there. So we'll go check that out in the next episode, and we can get ourselves some more silica pearls and some more obsidian or whatever. We're going to have to go caving for that again, but I've got my mining helmet now, so we're all good. So this has been quite a long enough episode as it is. as I say, we are now cooking with gas, and we've got a bit of electricity around the place as well, but nothing to what we will eventually have. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, you know what to do. Hit that like button. Let me know in the comments as well, and give me any tips. Anybody, again, if you know more than I do about electrics, you know, sort of using the cables, conduits and outlets in this game, enlighten me please. So guys, until I see you in the next episode, keep gaming, keep surviving, stay happy. Bye bye for now.